Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz Chisholm, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to use Google Apps to document all your business systems. Now, I'm sure you've already used Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Forms, all those different Google apps, but have you used them to document how you do everything? Well, in this video, that's what I'm going to dive right in. Now, the first part of the video is going to be all about the different apps and how I use them. The second part of the video is actually going to be me creating SOPs live for you in this video so you can understand how to actually do it versus just hearing me talk about how to do it. So stay tuned and watch the entire video. The first place we're going to start is Google Documents. Now, Google Docs is the meat and potatoes of your SOPs. These are standard operating procedures. This is where you can open up a document and type out how to do each process in your business. How to fill in the blank. That's what you will write in your Google Documents. So for example, you'd write how to post on Facebook, how to post on Instagram, how to post on LinkedIn. And you can have the step-by-step instructions for each one of those. You can also have more broad SOPs of here is the process for the customer journey, how the customer goes from not being a customer to being a customer. And you can map all of that out and link that using other Google Documents to various SOPs or various standard operating procedures so that everybody knows what the customer journey is and how to best serve that customer so your business can be successful again and again and again. Now, Google Docs is also very powerful because of the collaboration in it. You can collaborate with everyone on your team right in Google Docs and make sure that everything is up to date on a continual basis. And I will show you more of this detail when I give you a demo. My next favorite app from Google is their Google Sheets. Now, Google Sheets is not just Excel where you want to crunch numbers and put in all these different types of data points and try to get outputs from that and figure out what's going on in your business. That's great, but the way I use it for systems and for SOPs is I create an SOP Vault. And this is where I put in every single SOP in my business into there, and I write descriptions. Hey, this SOP contains this information. And then I can have a column where I actually put down when that SOP was updated. So I can see, hey, we haven't visited this SOP in a while. I wonder if it's up to date, and you can update it easily. The other thing that I do with SOP Vault is I have all my templates there. So that way you can understand, whoa, I'm creating a new SOP. Where do I find that template? And then it's all right there in the vault. So I use Google Sheets to organize and systematize all my systems. Now, the next Google app is Google Forms. Now, I don't use it too much, but the way I do use it is I have used it as a job application. You're right, I have used it as a job application because it's much easier to ask a bunch of questions and to make it into a link and post that link various places, like on my Facebook page or that type of thing. Now, you can go through and have a full-on application, but if you have it all in a Google form, it's very easy to organize all your applicants for your job. The other way that I have used Google Forms is to onboard my employees or onboard my clients. And so it is a way for me to make sure that I am gathering all the right information so I can best serve either my team or best serve my clients. Now, I also add that Google form link to my Google Sheets so I always know where it is and I always know how to access it for when I'm onboarding another client or another team member. The fourth app that I like to use from Google in systematizing my business is Google Calendar. Now, I'm sure you already use Google Calendar, but here's how I use it for my SOPs. When I create a new SOP, I put in the calendar when I'm going to review that SOP and make sure it's up to date. I do it on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis to make sure that my SOPs are always up to date. Now, the reason I have different timelines for different SOPs is because if I've created a very complicated SOP for an entire process that has a lot of SOPs within that process, I want to make sure that I'm reviewing that really quickly to find any errors, get feedback on it, see if it's working, see if I documented it correctly. And so I'm going to put a date that's only a week out to review that. Now, if I know that that system is very tight and it's running like a well-oiled machine, then I'll maybe push it back a month or even a quarter, so that way I am not just constantly reviewing SOPs and not getting any work done in my business. So when I create an SOP or a standard operating procedure for a various part in my business, I immediately go to Google Calendars and I put in a Google reminder of when I need to review that SOP to make sure it is up to date. This is very important because you don't want to create SOPs in your business and then forget about them and forget that you even have them. This is why I like to put everything in one spot and then share that vault with everybody on my business and in my business and on my team, so that way that everybody's on the same page and everybody can contribute to the SOPs. Last but not least is Google Slides. And this is where you can actually create an entire training slide presentation for new employees or for teaching somebody how to do something in your business. Now, I actually don't use Google Slides. I use something else, and I will share that at the very end of this video after I go through a tutorial of the 4 different apps that I use in Google. Keep watching and stay tuned.
So my favorite way to document all the processes and procedures in your business is Google Documents. And what you're going to do is you're going to open up a blank document. You're going to name it whatever the name of the SOP is. You want to make a name that's very searchable. So if somebody were to go search in your Google Drive for a specific process, they could find it easily through the name. Next, you're going to start just typing out what's the process, how do you do that process, what tools do you need for that process, what passwords do you need for that process, and everything related to that process. Once you have it all documented, then you can go ahead and share it, or you can even share it ahead of time and have your team collaborate in creating this process. Now, the other thing that I like to do for SOPs is add comments. So if I have a team member creating an SOP for me, for my business, then they're obviously sharing it with me. But then what I can do is I can go through and highlight part of the SOP, and I can add a comment on what I think needs changing or what needs to be updated, or even, hey, this isn't clear. Can you add more information to this? And so I try to be a detective when I'm going through an SOP to make sure that all the information is there and somebody can follow that process and repeat the same success again and again and again. The other cool thing about adding a comment to an SOP is that you have a history of all the different comments and tweaks that have been done in your business on that SOP. So when somebody new is coming into your business and they go to this SOP, they can actually see all the comments there. And then once we've gone back and forth and we're discussing maybe a new strategy for something, we can then add it to the SOP, but it's all within one document. So your business can always be thriving and everything is always up to date. Hey everyone, so here's an example of how I use Google Sheets to create an SOP Vault, or a standard operating procedure vault, which contains all of my processes and procedures that are documented in one place so that everybody can access it. Now, like I mentioned before, I always go up here and go to the share button so that way I can share it with everybody on my team and everybody has access to it. I even will share this with outside independent contractors if there's a lot of information in here that they need to access, and that way everybody's on the same page and I don't have multiple vaults for different types of teams. Everything's transparent and everything's shared. Other things that I include in my SOP Vault are things like my company manual or my business objective, my visions, things like that help everybody be on the same page and understand where my business is going and how we're going to get there. This is really important for your entire team to be all on the same page and to actually help row that boat to your destination. If everybody has a different vision or everybody has a different way of thinking about your business, then everybody's going to be rowing in opposite directions and your business is not going to be able to be the amazing business that you want it to be. Now, the next section I have is full position SOPs, and I use a full position SOP so that way everything for one position is all documented in one document and everything is easily accessible. So when somebody gets onboarded, they're receiving one SOP that has everything on how to do their job, and it makes it easy for them to understand very clearly what's expected of them and how they are supposed to do it. Now, the next section that I have here is individual processes. Let's say you're not sure what each person is going to be doing in your business and you don't understand how to actually create a full position SOP. Well, then you can just go down and start listing all the different SOPs or different processes that your business has, and those would be linked to your Google Documents that you have been creating. And so what I do is I put the name of the document here, and then I put the SOP link here, so that way I understand where that link is. I put the date it was created and then the last day that it's updated. So if I see something that was created a long time ago and has hardly ever been updated, then when I have a check in my calendar of when I need to go update my SOPs, where I'm going to start is those SOPs that are outdated and may need some tweaking so that my business can be optimized and running like a well-oiled machine. Another way that I use Google Sheets is to put all the templates for the SOPs. You want to have an SOP for your SOPs so you can actually leverage your staff to make SOPs for you. If they understand the basics of making an SOP for your business, then they're more likely to either follow follow the SOPs you've already written or create new SOPs so that your business is always documented and always running top notch. So this is where I put all of the different SOP templates. Now, if you want help systematizing your business and documenting all your business systems, and you want access to all of these templates, then just jump into my program, Systems into Freedom, so that you can get access to me in helping you do all this, and you get access to all of this and so much more. I hope to see you inside, and stay tuned for one more tip that I have to help you systematize your business.
Now here's a bonus app that I think you should be using in your business as well. Now it's not a Google app, but it is very important in systematizing your business, so I wanted to include it in this video. It is loom.com. Loom is a way to actually screen record different ways of doing stuff in your business. So if you want to screen record the process on how to fulfill a sale, then you can actually record that process. So instead of all the words being typed out in a Google document, it can just be captured in a video, and then that link for that video can be put into your SOP Vault, which is on your sheets, and so that everybody can access that link and understand how to do that process. So I hope this little bonus will help you have a well-rounded SOP system for your business, and you can keep repeating success again and again. I'm here for you, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can be notified every time I put out a new video for you and your business operations to run seamlessly and efficiently. I'll see you in the next video.